Hey you guys, and welcome back. I just got back from a little outing. I naturally really despise going outside, so it takes a lot of effort on my part to really get out of my place. What I was trying to do was return this Infinity computer that I bought from this computer store over in Kobe. I bought it like 3 days ago. I wanted to get it so that I could have better video editing, but it's like computer jargon, only has 4 gigabytes of RAM, computer jargon, I don't know. So it couldn't really run the video editing software that I was interested in. You know, we all make mistakes. I try to reverse mine. So I tried taking it back today, and the representative, it was the same representative I worked with the day I bought it. I had to use Google Translate. You know, we had to go back and forth with Google Translate, but I finally understood that he was trying to tell me, I think, now I'm still not sure, to come back on Saturday, because he said doyobi, meaning Saturday, and koko, like here, come back, and in the morning, asa, I heard the word asa, like in the morning, and then the word for manager. So I was just like, okay, so I'm guessing I have to come back on Saturday and speak to the manager, because I think maybe the manager is the only one that deals with returns. I've never really dealt with returns in Japan before. It was my first experience, so I'm gonna go back on Saturday, and I'm praying that I can just return this thing, because I barely even touched it. I can return this thing and hopefully get my money back. Worst fear and store credit. So it seems that for now I'll just be sticking with my little iPad here for video editing. The application that I use for my video editing is called Video Leap. Looks like this. So yeah, a little bunny on there. So today on my Job Chronicles, we are going to talk about the next job I got after Hallmark was shut down at La Cantera. I really needed money, so I really need to hurry up and apply to another place and jump right into something. So I'm sitting in my college dorm, pretty much just brainstorming and thinking to myself, okay, what can I do? Should I go back to La Cantera and reapply to those other places? That would have been a smart idea, but given that none of them really got back in touch with me after I applied to Hallmark other than Zara, which I kind of changed my mind on Zara. I'd never been shopping in there before. I had applied there first before ever shopping in there, and so I actually went in there one day just to see what they had, and I was just like, ooh, they kind of seem a little uptight in here, so let's not. Instead, somehow, I can't remember how I came to this idea, but I decided to go to the hotel that was like kinda next to La Cantera Mall. It still has a little bit of distance in between the two. It was called like Wyndham Gardens or something like that. I tried looking it up on Google Maps, and it's not even called Wyndham Gardens anymore. I think it's a Super 8 now. I did a walk-in, brought in my resume, and she did give me an interview on the spot, just pretty much asking me the same stuff, like my availability, have I ever worked in a hotel before. Luckily for me, I was a sophomore, so I had the privilege to be able to sign myself up for evening classes, so I had the mornings open, so she thought that was perfect because I would be able to, you know, clean the rooms for the guests that would leave for the day and request room service. So that kind of worked in my favor and lined up nicely. At this job, comparing to the Tower of the Americas, it was a lot less hours, but my scholarship took care of all my expensive stuff that I needed, like bills wise, and I only worked like an average of 5 to 6 hours a shift. I was able to start working there within the first week that I applied, and on my first day I was introduced to one of their goats or OGs. Her name was Manuela, and from what I can remember, she didn't really speak that much English, so I was like, okay, I don't know Spanish, so let's give it a shot. From what I can remember, she pretty much showed me everything, so the ins and outs of the whole shift. Starting on the bottom floor, there's like this little storeroom that's full of these metal carts, and it's like a storeroom slash inventory slash laundry room. And so there was like this other guy in here, I can't remember what his name was, but he was going ham on those sheets. Like, I've never seen anybody fold sheets and pillowcases and comforters so quick. So he'd been there for a while. Manuela showed me how to stock my cart, and the little, if I can post a picture here, the cart, I take it everywhere with me. So I take it in the elevator, I put all of my comforters in there, my cleaning supplies, my soaps, my gloves, everything goes on the cart. They kind of encouraged me to stock my cart after my shift so that when I come in the next day, I could just grab my cart, get my comforters that I needed based off of my list of rooms, and then just go for it. I think the funniest moment I ever had with Manuela during my training was we were in the bathroom of one of the rooms, and she was explaining to me how to properly clean a mirror. And so pretty much I gave it a shot. First, she had me like clean it just to see how I would do it. And then after that, she pulled the whole wax on, wax off type thing with me.
Wax on, wax off. Breathe in through nose, out the mouth.
You just wanted to see me fuck up, didn't you? But yeah, I can admit, thanks to her, I do know how to properly clean a mirror real good now. I think another really useful thing that I learned from her was, making up the beds. Right now, me and Jay sleep on a futon, but when we were back in our hometown and we did have like a big bed, it would always look nice because I just love making my bed like a hotel bed. Like, it's just, it's really nice. I think that I trained for about 4 shifts in total, 4 to 5 shifts, until finally they set me out on my own. So before, during the training, I was just working with Manuela. So her list of rooms was my list. On my first official day of me by myself, they gave me a list, and I remember I had I think 15, do I want to say 15? I had about maybe in between 10 to 15 rooms, so they could start me off, try and gradually ease me into it before they start smacking me with 30 rooms a shift, you better work. I think one of the best tips I was given in regards to cleaning king or queen rooms versus a double room is a queen room should max only take you 25 minutes to clean, but a double room, 15.
That is incorrect.
Yeah, I actually forgot the exact time. I was lying. So it kind of turned into a game for me. So I was timing myself okay, this is a queen room. I got 25 minutes, go. And then I would set my alarm on my phone, and then I'd get to work, and then I'd come back and see what my time was. So that kind of kept the shift fun for me. And I also was able to listen to my own music during the shift, so that was also a really cool pro about the job. Another pro about working at this place was in the mornings, if I came early enough, while the kitchen was making breakfast for the guests, they'd have breakfast tacos, and they'd give me 1 or 2 tacos for free, so I could just take it to the lunchroom and eat those, and they were so good. I think about a month into the job was when I was in full swing, cleaning 25 to 30 rooms a shift. So it was kind of getting a little okay, there's no time for talking. I need to get this done before it's over and all these guests come back or there's gonna be complaints. I never really got complaints. Actually, I got more compliments. I actually remember getting a lot of compliments. There was one lady, I remember cleaning for her, and her room was just full of bags, and just her stuff was everywhere. That room was crazy. But the next day after the shift that I cleaned for her room, I got information back from my manager saying that the lady thought I did a great job cleaning around her stuff. So, great worth it. I can't talk. Great worth it. Great worth. What am I saying? What am I trying to say? Great work ethic right here. Right. I think one of my worst days was Valentine's Day, because I think that was the day I had just a butt ton of rooms. I think I had like 40 rooms.
Oh my God.
And I was supposed to go on a date with my boyfriend, at the time now husband. I was so sad about it because he had came to see me that morning, and he brought me like a teddy bear and flowers and all this different stuff, and he said like, I have more planned for after work. I'm gonna come pick you up. And so when I saw that list, I was just like, there's no way I'm about to finish this in a 5-hour shift. I'm gonna have to work over my hours for this. I'm gonna miss my date. Lo and behold, I did kind of go over my shift like about 45 minutes, but I was able to get all my rooms done. But I remember I was looking at my list and I was on room like 28 out of 40, and I was about to cry because I was just like, it's Valentine's Day. Sad story turned into a happy story because boyfriend was waiting outside for me and he wasn't really affected by me being late, so I was just like, yeah. Now, I want to talk about the day after Valentine's Day. I had another shift, and this one was, I think it was a 6-hour shift. I can't remember. People who stayed in that hotel at the time, I don't know who they were, but they nasty, if you know what I'm talking about. Of course, I found condoms everywhere, and I had to clean up so many sets of let me just say, those comforters were dirty. I remember seeing a thong, a lot of lingerie just laying about. Like, you could throw that into your suitcase. I ain't gotta see that, but okay. But the worst part was in one of the rooms. Thank God it was just one. The sheets were a little bit bloody. I'm not gonna expand further on that. I'll just let your imagination work out what could have happened. Pretty much after that day, the rest of my time working in that hotel was pretty smooth until we started hiring more staff. Okay, so this is where everything just went down for me, because there was this one specific girl that they hired, and she didn't really speak any English. I don't really know what ethnicity she was. I was known to be an employee that always had my cart together. Like, I was stocked, I was always ready to go, I didn't waste no time. Now, during the time, because of the new hires and stuff, we were kind of short on carts, so we had to share. I don't like sharing. Well, I'm okay with sharing now, I'm a good kid, but at the time, I didn't appreciate sharing anything. Pretty much, on the days that I was off, that girl was working and she was using my cart. And so I would notice that the next shift when I came in, my cart was just empty. Like, there was nothing on it. And I specifically remember the manager telling her the best she could that when you're finished with a cart, you must restock it if you're going to share, because you're going to hinder the next person who comes in. You're gonna make them late with starting their rooms by like literally, it'll take me like, give or take 10 minutes to fill up my cart in the mornings. 10 minutes pushes your whole shift by 10 minutes. Like, it was not okay. So this was kind of a problem for, I think, about like 2 weeks, and it was kind of nearing the end of my semester, so I wouldn't say that occurrence was the reason why I left. The reason why, ooh, raspy. Let's see. Don't mind me just starting my car. It was the end of the semester, and my school didn't really let people stay at the dorms because they had to clean the dorms, so I had to like pack my things up and get ready to go back and stay with my parents. So pretty much ultimately I had to quit the job. That marked the official end of my time at Wydham Gardens Hotel. I enjoyed it for the most part. I probably wouldn't have stayed there for years because, yeah, just because, like, I don't know. I'm not gonna explain. So, your girl's jobless once again. So that means it's time to go hunting for a summer job. Let's just say approaching my junior year of college, those textbooks are not gonna get any cheaper and I'm the only one paying for them. In my next video, I'm gonna talk about that job. Make sure you stay tuned. If you're new to my channel, please take some time to look at my other videos and other content that I have here. But like this video first if you found it entertaining. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate you being here. I really hope that you continue to watch my content. My voice is not with it today. Please remember to subscribe and turn on your notification bell if you want to stay up to date on any new content I put out. Thank you everyone again for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!